It's about taking this critical climate technology, the ocean carbon removal solution, and making it really relevant to the world and giving the world that tool.
Mike, welcome and thank you for joining me today with XPRIZE.
Thanks for having me.
So Mike, tell me about Planetary and the problem you set out to solve.
What we do is we essentially work with the ocean. The ocean is under threat from climate change. So all of the seawater gets really acidified by all the CO2 we're putting in the atmosphere. What we do is we work on the coast to restore that seawater, making it more hospitable for all kinds of sea life and ecosystems and fisheries and all kinds of wonderful things like that. But it has this added benefit of allowing the ocean to do what it does best and draw carbon permanently out of the air and sequester it away, so it reduces climate change at the same time.
Now, how did being a part of XPRIZE help you accelerate or scale your solution?
XPRIZE has been an incredible journey for us. So it's been 4 years, and I think we're one of the few teams that has actually won something at every stage of the competition. So we worked with a student team out of the University of Miami, and we won a milestone prize, and now this grand prize recognition is unbelievable. And it's really done a couple of things for us. For us, internally as a team, it's pushed us to scale and move and work, I think, harder than we would have, right? I think it's really hard sometimes when you're a pioneer, when you're on the frontier of something and you have no competition, you don't have a benchmark to go against to say like, nobody's nipping at your heels yet. And having the competition there really gave us an impetus to go faster and have a reason to push harder and push ourselves harder to achieve these outcomes that were set out. So that's just been incredible. We've learned so much about our own system and our own business as a result of being part of the XPRIZE, especially in the last few months of the prize. It's been unbelievable. For the world, though, what I think is really important about this particular XPRIZE is that we know collectively that CDR is going to have to be a huge part of the climate solution. And that's not really represented, I think, in a lot of our policies or a lot of even how we think about climate. Right now, we think reducing emissions, which is the first job that we have to do. But CDR and removing emissions is going to be nipping right at its heels. And so the prize has really elevated that and elevated that understanding of ocean CDR to the general population, to policymakers, to everybody, to say, hey, this is really important. We have to be focused on this as well. We can't just do one, we have to do both. And that's, I think, been a really important part of the prize as well.
Okay, and finally, Mike, tell me what's next for Planetary and how can people follow or support your work?
We, throughout the prize, managed to raise our last round of funding. We've scaled up our plants. We've moved from demonstration and into a scaling stance where we're actively removing carbon from the atmosphere. Throughout the prize, we scaled our system 10x every year for the past 3 years, and we're going to do it for a 4th year. So for us, it's about taking this critical climate technology, the ocean carbon removal solution, and making it really relevant to the world and giving the world that tool from a climate perspective. That's our future. And in order to follow along with us, I mean, we have the website, we have a newsletter on the website, come sign up, come join up. And for corporations and things like that that are looking for, to get involved in this, we're actively out there making projects, selling credits, come reach out to us and get some carbon removal credits.
All right, well, Mike, congratulations on this amazing XPRIZE recognition, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.